right hand.
At 49, Floyd Mayweather appears in recent training footage moving with remarkable speed and controlled explosive energy during intense gym sessions.
Slide and drop. Punch it, here we go. Drop. Walking. Pitch it. Six. Punch it. Pitch it. Watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step. See, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance.
Despite nearing 50, Floyd Mayweather remains sharp, fast, and technically precise, showcasing his skill during rigorous training camp sessions. To enhance speed and strengthen his legs, Floyd is frequently seen performing intense rope skipping exercises in training. Johnny Nelson notes that Floyd is still faster, more powerful, and sharper than Mike, looking younger while working the heavy bags in the ring.
Got the run craft. It's like me getting in the ring with a 14-year-old kid that doesn't know half as what I know, but he's got the pace, he's got the movement. And even though Floyd's 48, he'll still have more movement and pace than Mike. So then it's going to be, ooh, I want to get him. So to me, it's one of those you want to watch between your eyes. But when I heard, I thought, wow, really? But then you're going up against Floyd Mayweather. This guy was unbeaten as a fighter. He still physically has ring craft. He still physically can move about the ring and do what he has to do. I think for Mike Tyson, he's going to be very frustrated. He will want to lay a shot on him to get rid of him, but unfortunately, you slow down. Father Time gets the better of us all, and even though I think when it comes to a fan's favourite, I'm quite sure most of the fans I'd love to see Mike Tyson put Floyd in his place, and that's probably what will be the attraction as well. But you've got to remember, Mike Tyson's 59 years old. You've got to remember, Floyd Mayweather is still hitting the bag in the gym. He's still moving around.
Tony Jeff points out that Floyd is taking on Mike largely for massive viewership, believing the exhibition will sell exceptionally well following Mike's fight with Jake Paul.
Able to beat him. I mean, remember when Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao? Like, he waited until Manny got knocked spark out from Marquez, and then he was like, yeah, now's my time to fight him. I just don't believe that Floyd would have fought Mike Tyson if Mike Tyson didn't fight Jake Paul. But Floyd seen that Mike Tyson couldn't hardly walk to the ring. When he got to the ring, he couldn't move around. Jake Paul was running circles around him. And that being said, I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan, like huge. But we see what Floyd's doing here. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get in there with Mike Tyson, who couldn't do anything with Jake Paul. I'm going to get millions of dollars. Well, yeah, I'm up for that. But again, I don't blame Floyd Mayweather for doing this. In boxing, I always say, there's not much money in it for the regular people like me and you if you're a fighter. But for someone like Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson, they were earned absolutely.
As both fighters are legendary figures, the main driving force behind this fight seems to be financial rather than legacy-oriented.
Boxing guy. Mike Tyson is an icon. All right, Floyd Mayweather, that's debatable. But Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, that's debate. I mean, by now they're probably icons. Mike Tyson, icon versus icon, in an exhibition effort, you might as well. I want to say this, though. If you guys thought Mike Tyson was pulling punches against Jake Paul and that wasn't real, well, he ain't gonna pull no punches against Floyd. Like, that dude has shown that he hated. Remember his faint punch at Floyd?
Wade Plemon comments that seeing a legend like Floyd compete at this age is somewhat disappointing, as it suggests money is the primary motivation.
Floyd Mayweather had financial troubles because of the money he owed to the IRS, because of the terrible, terrible business and real estate investments that he's made, and apparently some of these have gone under, and he is owed back rent, or he is owing back rent, and he is delinquent on a lot of payments for a lot of different things right now. These things seem to have added up for Floyd, and now it's pretty apparent that not only is he doing these, bank robbery style exhibitions, but it looks like he absolutely needs to do it, which is very, very sad. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Floyd Mayweather as an individual outside of the ring, but I never want to see athletes have their money mismanaged or mismanage their own money so badly that they go broke in retirement, and it looks like that's kind of what's happening. And here's a snippet from Business Insider because it made me want to pay for the
Tony Jeff suggests that Floyd's return to the ring is fueled more by ego than competition. He highlights that the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight recently became the most viewed boxing event, and Floyd, known for his pride and love of the spotlight, cannot tolerate being overshadowed. Jeff believes this desire to reclaim attention and set viewership records drives Floyd, demonstrating that his motivation is not purely about legacy but about proving his ongoing relevance and unmatched appeal in boxing. This return is aimed at both spectacle and record-breaking recognition.
You, if you're a fighter, so we've got to make as much money as we can while we can, and then get out of the sport. But with these two, they're multi-millionaires. And I want to get into the tail of the tape and talk about exactly the records and all of that stuff with it. But first, I just want to say, I believe that these are doing this for different things. Mike Tyson is doing it purely for the money. Purely for the money. Floyd is doing it for the money as well. But also, I believe Floyd's doing it for that limelight. You've seen the numbers that Mike Tyson, Jake Paul got, and I think this is the most viewed fight of all time. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. I might be wrong in saying that, but I'm sure it was. It was hosted on Netflix. And Floyd's been one in the past with his ego that he wants to just, be in that limelight all the time. And when you're not in the limelight all the time, you want to have that limelight. Floyd's got all of the money.
Ariel Helwani discussed the uncertainties surrounding several high-profile boxing matchups. He noted that while figures like Carl Froch might view announcements as endorsements, the reality is more complex. Helwani emphasized that he is not organizing or financing these events and that details such as dates, venues, and rules remain unclear. Regarding Mike Tyson, he observed that interest in another exhibition is limited after Tyson's fight with Jake Paul. He explained that if a matchup had followed Tyson's bout with Roy Jones Jr., it could have been a blockbuster, but timing and public interest remain uncertain, especially as Tyson nears 60 and Mayweather has been out of the spotlight. Helwani also suggested that vague announcements might be strategic, intended to gauge public reaction or attract investors, highlighting the promotional and business complexities of boxing.
Endorsement, look, man, I'm just working. It's a big opportunity to be on Netflix. I didn't put the fight together. I'm not paying these guys. So, let's chill out. But all right, I'm not going to poo-poo this. I just don't know what CSI is. And the way it was presented made me think that there was a secondary press release to come, that they'll be involved in some sort of virtual boxing thing. It just didn't seem real. You know why it didn't seem real? I'll tell you why. There's no date attached to it. There's no venue attached to it. Forget rules, exhibition, not exhibition, weight. I mean, here's a guy who fought a heavyweight fighting forget all that. These things can get figured out, the fine details. The fact that it was announced, why announce something with no date or location attached to it? Trying to get some investors or something like that.
But maybe also testing the waters. If the response was overwhelmingly positive, maybe you go, okay, we move forward. If the response is muted or negative, maybe you go, okay, we're not going to actually do this. You lob it out there as a way to poll the public, and then make an adjustment.
So you don't think it happens?
I do not think it happens. I just don't think there will be enough interest. I know they have huge name value. There's zero, after the last performance by Mike Tyson against Jake Paul, I don't think there's going to be interest in seeing Mike Tyson do that again. I think if this match was made on the heels of Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr., I think this would be blockbuster. I think